Okay, I was probably exaggerating with 4 or 5, but I still think LT is a first-round guy.
Once you really think about it, and you start seeing all the guys out there.
See, I had last pick in mind, so I didn't even get to think about it. So
there's a lot of guys. I got LT at 15.
I actually ended up getting Westbrook last in the first round, so that kind of worked out for me.
I got Westbrook at 14.
Really?
Yeah, when a running back hits 30, to me,
yeah, but when he's healthy,
it's over.
And that offense is clicking, he's one of the best.
Westbrook? He's not healthy now.
Well, when he's healthy.
He's already hurt. When the season hasn't even started, he's hurt.
It's a when he's healthy.
Oh, no. These guys are old, man. It's time to give up. It's time to give up on them. You got to go young with running back in fantasy football. That's the only way to go. I like Ronnie Brown better than both those guys. I like Kevin Smith from the Lions better than both those guys. So there's a sleeper pick for you. Kevin Smith.
Here's one for you. What do you think about Reggie Bush?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Reggie Bush. Rasper says Turner. Yeah, he's flying way under the radar.
Well, I already said my league, if I had first pick, I might have went Turner over AP. Just because they're going to have a better team and a better offense.
Turner's averaging like 9 yards a carry in the preseason.
Turner's ridiculous.
Oh,
That's
man.
I have a sleeper. He was a sleeper last year.
Yeah, I have him. He's one of my keepers. Okay, Mike says, sorry, dude, we're talking, I'm not keeping up with the chat room as good. He says Jamal Charles and Jarius Norwood. Yeah, I like both of those guys. Here's the thing. I like Norwood in point per reception leagues as like a flex option on a bye week. I mean, even with Turner in, this guy catches balls and does a lot with it. So in a point per reception league, I really like Norwood.
Yeah.
And Jamal Charles figures to see some action this year in Kansas City behind LJ, but do know that Kansas City brought in Todd Haley, the guy from Arizona, who just conducted the offense that, gave us 3,000-yard receivers.
Yeah.
So now he's in Kansas City. He's got Matt Castle. So he's going to be throwing the ball around a lot. It's not going to be good necessarily for the running back situation in Kansas City, no matter who it is. Even if LJ goes down, I mean, Charles will be there and he'll be the guy. But Kansas City's not going to be a running team this year. They're going to try to get an air attack going.
Stay away from a Kansas City running back.
There you go. It says PPR leagues are just a fad. No, they're not.
I'm gonna give Elwood some props on that. I'm not a big PPR guy.
Why would you not like PPR?
I mean, if
you're stuck in the past if you don't like PPR.
I'm not stuck in the past. I just
you are too.
Legitimate scoring.
No, it's not either. It just favors running backs. Then it's whoever has the best running backs wins.
Right. But that's how most normal leagues are too.
No, it's not. It's not at all. Okay, what about points for quarterbacks?
What about it
for touchdowns? So what do you prefer? Because we give out 6.
See if you're doing that. I mean, that means they get 6 for both passing and running it in. So.
Yeah.
My league, the one I've been in since '96, we used to only do, until this year, quarterbacks would only get 3 points for a passing touchdown.
How lame.
Yeah, it is pretty lame. We did a scoring overhaul. We had the plateau scoring, which our plateau was running backs and receivers didn't even get any points per yards until they hit 80.
Oh, that is so lame.
Yeah,
tell me about it.
It's changed. It's changed now, thank God. But
why do people have these leagues
and it's the guys that started the league
don't
want
the same
old
scoring.
Excuse every year. This is the way it's always been.
Yeah.
You're in other leagues, aren't you? Well, yeah, but I want this one to be, just as, score happy as all the other ones.
It's fantasy football. It's about points. Why then do people limit the points scored? That part doesn't make sense to me. You want points scored, and I like it to be. I like it to be a level playing field. I like my wide receivers to be able to have the chance to score as much as a running back.
Okay.
The only way to do that is point per reception. And with quarterbacks, I think you have to give out 6 points for a touchdown because it makes a quarterback the highest scoring player on the field.
And that was my argument,
which he very well should.
Because how much do they really get when he throws a touchdown?
6 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just, I think, and I've said this before in certain forms and manners, but if you're not in a PPR league or you're in a league that only gives 3 points for a quarterback touchdown, you might as well strap on your Airwalks and your Mossimo shirt and start handing out your pager number at the Dave Matthews Show.
Beat me up. Hey, I still like Dave Matthews.
I'm just saying. All right, how about Better Than Ezra at the Better Than Ezra concert?
Gin Blossoms concert.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's you. Oh, yeah, I love fantasy football. What, scoring? No, we don't like to score.
What's the internet?
Jeez. No, it's evolution, and it makes leagues better, more exciting, and more even. Last year in a non-point per reception format, Michael Turner scored 4 more points per game than Larry Fitzgerald. Like over 60 points on the season, Michael Turner scored than Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, that's significant.
That is.
I think they should be a little bit more on the same level. When you start adding in the 80 catches,
well, now that you put it that
Fitzgerald pulled in, it puts him right there on the same level.
Right on.
Okay. But Elwood says his pager broke. Sorry. All right. So, do we have sleeper running backs? I mean, we just started ranting and raving on stuff.
It's hard to pick a sleeper running back because most starters are pretty much gold anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is even a sleeper, but Rashard Mendenhall.
Dude, thank you.
Rashard Mendenhall.
I was going to say that.
That's somebody you have to take.
I said that on the very first Fantasy Football 101 last Saturday. And Mark was on Twitter with some guy, and he has a bunch of online friends that listen, on 1450.com. And one of his buddies was like, "Who just picked Mendenhall as a sleeper? That guy's crazy," And I was like, "Okay, no, you're right, because Willie Parker will most likely be a feature back every down all season long."
Absolutely not.
Come on.
I don't think that he's even going to be the solidified number 1 back in Pittsburgh anymore.
No.
Is Fast Willie really that fast anymore?
I mean, he's still fast, but he's just so fragile. He goes down every year.
So MP Ray Rice, I like that as well.
Ray Rice was another one I was going to mention. Boy, Mike, we're on the same page. We seem to be on the same level with some of this stuff. Ray Rice, I guess anybody who watched the other night, I think now is kind of keyed in. Now they're kind of keyed in on Ray Rice, and they understand that, boy, this guy's going to get a lot of touches in Baltimore.
And he's huge.
Yeah, he's
a big boy.
He's terrific. I mean, he's really, really good. He can catch the ball, and he can finish around the goal line. He can really do everything they want. They move Ron McClain back to fullback,
which that's where he should be.
Yeah, he put on a little more weight. Yeah, so Mendenhall's nice. Ray Rice is really nice. What about these rookies? What about a Noshawn Marino? Kind of a crowded backfield in Denver, don't you think? Glenn Coffey, San Francisco, backing up Frank Gore. I mean, Frank Gore has that tag of injury prone, but 3 seasons ago, 16 games. 2 seasons ago, 15 games. Last season, 14 games. I mean, that's missing 3 games in 3 years is not that bad.
No.
For a guy with 2 reconstructed knees.
And can we consider Felix Jones a sleeper?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think he's going to end up with more carries than Marion Barber.
Get out of here. Really?
I just think that Marion Barber is going to be the guy that gets the ball inside the red zone, and I think Felix Jones is going to be doing all the dirty.
He's going to be between the 20s, kind of.
Yep. He's going to get a lot of yards. I think he'll get more yards.
Like the Julius Jones situation from a few years ago.
But Barber's going to get the touchdowns.
Barber will get the touchdowns, and I've heard that Dallas really wants to utilize Felix Jones in a lot of different ways. He can catch the ball well. They just want him to be a all over the field offensive weapon.
He's incredible. How can you not play him?
Yeah. I mean, you drafted him high for a reason. Get him in there. Yeah, Felix Jones is another good sleeper. Barber will no doubt be picked higher than him in every draft. But, boy, in a keeper league, man, get your hands on Felix Jones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be a feature back one day, and he is going to be a punishing and terrific feature back. You asked me about Reggie Bush a little while ago.
Yeah.
And in point per reception leagues, I really like Reggie Bush. I also like him in leagues that award individual players, I guess, their touchdowns if they return kicks, which we do. If you have a guy in that returns a punt for a touchdown, he gets 6 points.
I like that because our league, the one I was telling you about, the old school, didn't do that until this year because we pressed the issue.
There you go. See, that's what you have to do.
But I think both. If you have the defense, they should get the points.
They do.
And then if you have the individual, they should also get the points.
Absolutely.
Because look at the same way you look at quarterbacks. A quarterback and a receiver both get the touchdown.
Yeah.
So why can't the special teams and the individual get the touchdown?
Exactly right. And that can be punishing if for some reason you're dumb enough to play the New Orleans defense.